down here in the basement again. I'm gonna keep messing with the PCB, but I'm pretty sure I toasted the sound with 18 volts where the 12 volts should be. But you know, I always turn on the power supply and test the 5 volts and make sure it's right at 5 volts before I even plug it into the PCB, knowing that I might still have to turn it up a little bit because I don't want to fry anything. So a little word of advice, and I'm going to start doing this now, is I'm going to test the 12 volts too. Everyone's always 5 volts, 5 volts, 5 volts. Make sure you ain't burning shit up. And well, when 12 volts is really an 18, you know, don't work out too well. And besides that, they had a minus 5 volts hooked into that board somewhere, and the pinout don't even call for that. I can't even think that that game even ever worked in that cabinet. I guess just because it came in the cabinet doesn't mean that it worked in that cabinet. Maybe that's why it was blowing up when I got it. So yeah. So anyways, here there's some dents in the coin door that I didn't see until it painted. Got the hinges painted. This area right here will face out between the cabinet and the door. It looks really good. You know, other parts will be against the cabinet or inside it. Ain't worried too much about that, but they're all the same color. But the, you know, it's real nice on the part that faces outward. Here's the back of the control panel, the front of the control panel. So there's a piece of wood that goes between these two. Okay. And then this gaps between the control panel and the glass. You'll see how that gets put together. So I have 3 more pieces of trim to paint. I got one more of those 3 to sandblast. I just got tired of running the blaster, so you'll see those painted soon. And, gonna get some moving blankets and put on these sawhorses and flip this cabinet over and get the other side done. That's my plans, guys. So I tried to wipe the polishing compound or roux off of the aluminum here. It can be cleaned a little better, but there's dust on this paint now as I was cleaning the workbench off, stirring up dust. Not too bad, huh? This should be a cool little cabinet. Okay, guys. What was going on here? I have some pinouts here, and as I said earlier, I pretty much found out that the power supply was putting 18 volts in where the 12 volts went. So I figured this board is completely burned up, and things weren't adding up. So when I was trying to find the sound, because Eugene sent me videos of after he had fixed this board and he had sound. So I was like, well, you know, it's not gonna hurt if I kind of try to figure some stuff out, because well, I thought it was already blown up. So when I cut back to this actual PCB, you're going to see that it has a make tracks pin out with an arrow pointing up to one edge connector, and then the original edge connector that was being used in the cabinet. So I went to mikesarcade.com and I found a makes track pinout. And you can see where the blue and green and the red are for blue, green, and red, and then the composite sync and the ground for video ground. There is no video ground, but I just hooked it to ground. You can see here This is Miss Pac-Man Bootleg 3. Has the video sync, the video green and video blue on the solder side of the board on the 36 pin connector. Now this is the connector that was originally in the cabinet on the 44 pin connection side. And when I was doing the Miss Pac-Man up, down, left, right, it was pinned this way. And you can see that speaker positive is on the solder side on pin 18. And the negative for the speaker is on pin 15. Now, pin 15 is a ground, but pin 18 is not the positive side of the speaker. Pin 7 is positive for the speaker on here. And you can see on this one that on the part side that the fourth pin on the part side, it says it's the speaker positive, and it is. But when I was hooking it up this way, I was getting no video. And when I was hooking it up this way, I had blue, green, and red. But no sync. Because sync is actually like this one. This one's video is right if it's flopped around. But the speaker is right. And the controls are right. So this is truly a bootleg board here. And I just was playing around trying to figure stuff out because it just didn't make sense, and I figured, hell, it's already blown up, it can't make it any worse. So I'm gonna kind of show you what I used to find the sound pin. I thought it was pretty cool, but I'll cut back to a video. Okay, you can see I got the video going on here. Alright. You can see here on this connector how it says make tracks pin out. Yeah, this board is really weird, but I have it working now. I know exactly how I have to pin it on here if I want to use this connector, and I know exactly how I have to pin it if I want to use it on this connector. So I'm going to kind of go through of how I kind of just was probing around with my logic probe and found the sound. So here, I'll put you up here so you can kind of see what I'm doing here. Some guys might think this is weird. This is how I did it, so criticize me later. Okay, so this is pin 7 right. Oh, you can't see. God damn it. Here we go. Where'd it go? Right here. Okay, this is pin 7 right here. What? You know what? Fuck it. Alright, sorry. My damn stand keeps screwing up. But anyways, this is pin 7, which is the positive. Pin 8 is coins. Pin 9 is a reset. Pin 10 is start. So it should be starting. So I had my logic probe here. You can hear the sound. Okay. So I was like, man, I wonder if that really is the sound. I know, guys. I crudely soldered on my edge connector. But let's take this guy here. That's hooked to my ground. And then that's 7, 8, 9, 10. So hey, I didn't burn this up after all, guys. And now I know the actual pinout, which is a bunch of different ones. So hey, I got it figured out. I didn't blow it up. That red power supply there is 18 volts on the 12, so it's done for. I ain't using it again. And hey, the board's working. Good news, huh? Peace.